Hello and welcome to my Yu-Gi-Oh channel. So today we're looking at a brand new mini-box. This is mini-box 32 for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. It's called Photons of Galaxy. And just as a quick note, please subscribe for more daily Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. We're looking at the ultra rares. The first one is Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. This is a light attribute dragon type level 8 with 3000 attack and 2500 defense. You can special summon this card from your hand by attributing 2 monsters with 2000 or more attack. During the battle step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, as a quick effect you can target that opponent's monster, banish both this card from the field and that target, return those monsters to the field at the end of the battle phase, and if you banished an Xyz monster, this card gains 500 attack for each material it had when it was banished. As we've just had the Kite event, Kite has now become a released character. Don't worry if you've missed out on it, they usually have this pattern where they run the event twice over. They might alternate the prize cards from time to time, but you generally get 2 chances to get the character from the event before they provide it for general release sometime in the future, typically 3-4 months later on, so you will get it. The great thing about this card is its summoning condition isn't too bad. Summoning it through being a special summon is always better, and even though the monsters you need have to have 2000 or more attack, that's a relatively easy condition to meet. All of the photon monsters, bar maybe 1 or 2, have effects that either work to make their attack 2000 or more, or you have cards such as Photon Thrasher or Photon Crusher. Photon Leo is another example, who already have 2000 plus attack. There are various ways this card can be used. For example, yes, it's the ultimate counter to Xyz monsters. Firstly, it banishes itself and the Xyz monster, which means they lose any Xyz materials on those cards. That prevents them from triggering those Xyz effect. The other thing is this gains the attack boost as well. That's always a good idea. So you're leaving your opponent's Xyz monsters very vulnerable. They essentially just become similar to normal monsters, just with more resources needed to bring them out. The other thing is, even if you're not fighting against a Xyz monster, it's okay to banish certain cards because you've got some of these annoying quick cards such as Powerful Guardian, which are naturally attached to those monsters. By using this effect, by banishing both monsters, anything attached to the equipped monster then goes to the graveyard anyway, so you don't have to run specific spell or trap removal. Same thing if you've got any annoying monster effects that your opponent has. If you're able to go into a battle phase and just trigger this effect, you're able to disrupt how your opponent likes to play. The next card is Abyss Dweller. This is a water attribute Sea Serpent Xyz monster, which is rank 4 with 1700 attack and 1400 defense. It needs 2 level 4 monsters to summon it. While this card has an Xyz material attached that was originally water, all water monsters you control gain 500 attack. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you detach 1 Xyz material from this card. Any card effects that activate in your opponent's graveyard cannot be activated this turn. So this is also one of those very powerful cards. Yes, it gets the bonus 500 attack if you happen to be running a water attribute deck. It's very focused on Shark and that aspect of Yu-Gi-Oh! Zeal. Of course, it being a Sea Serpent makes sense as well, but it can be run in generically any deck because you're going to be running level 4 monsters within most decks. The brilliant side of the effect to be able to shut down your opponent's graveyard means all those annoying graveyard effects such as Kiteroid, you've got Necro Gardener, you've got Bacon Saver. I'm sure there's some more examples that I can't think of at the moment. You prevent those from working, so you essentially counter certain decks that like to shove those cards into the graveyard. Light Swarms is a key example of that. Being able to do that means you're able to then have your turn go through without being essentially disrupted by anything your opponent has in the graveyard. And the last of the ultra rares is Photon Thrasher. This is a light attribute warrior type level 4 with 2100 attack and 0 defense. It cannot be normal summonable set and must first be special summoned from your hand or you control no monsters. It cannot attack if you control another monster. So this is very much like a Cyber Dragon style of effect. It being a level 4, it's not that versatile. It does depend on you having nothing, so it's really good at the start of if you're on your first turn, or if you've had your resources and your monsters got rid of in some type of effect. It's great because it's one of the key cards to bring out Galaxy Eye's Photon Dragon, and it being a special summon means you can actually go into another monster as well. Yes, it cannot attack if you've got another monster, but you can always overlay the card to become a rank or exceeds monster. So it doesn't just work with Galaxy Eye's archetype, it actually works as support for general exceeds monsters as well.